Hey, you guys, it's Brandy Chanel. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to your Love and Marriage Huntsville review. I think this is episode, give me a moment. Season 3, episode 14. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so the scene opens up, or the episode opens up with Tisha is still at Dr. Francis' um, office, and she's continuing her counseling session. And Dr. Francis asks her how she deals with rumors, and basically, she says that she confronts the rumors head on, and then Marceau tells her it's not true, and she believes him. Now, to Tisha's point, you know, I believe what you say to a certain extent. I believe what you say until it's proven that you're lying, okay? And I think that's where she's coming from. But when he asked her, "Do you believe that Marceau is lying?" and she says, "Well, as far as I know, he hasn't." I mean, that's all really she can say. She probably knows that the nigga is lying. Like, she knows Marceau is lying, but until it's proven that he's not lying, she's just gonna take it for what it is and then leave it alone. She also says that when her and Marceau got together, he told her that she was too independent. Listen, you can be vulnerable, and I'm gonna leave it at that. You can be a little vulnerable, but the term too independent for me, that means that's code for I want to control you. Like, I really want to take over you. That's let me get my microphone together. Yeah. That's basically what it's saying. I want to take control of you. And Marceau is the type that will take what you say, he will flip it, and he'll try to make it seem as though is not really what it is. Like, that's the manipulation in what he does. And we're going to see that in the scene where they're talking or whatever the case may be. But I think he saw Tish once she became pregnant and she became somewhat dependent on him. He saw that little bit of weakness, and he kind of built from there when it came to Tish. Marceau wants her to be dependent on him. You know, to me, that's control, but hey, whatever. And then he says it's because the more she is dependent on him, the less likely she is to leave him. The less likely she is to leave him. Now, that's a word right there. That is a word. Ladies, if he makes you so dependent on him to the point where you have no resources, you don't have, that's why, listen, y'all do whatever y'all want to do. But that's why I don't agree with that stay-at-home mom bullshit. Because if you are out of the workforce for so long and he leaves you, or something happens to where he can't work no more, you gonna have to get out there. You gonna have to get out there and work. And what you gonna put on the resume? You make a great apple pie? No, that's not gonna work. So yeah, I don't agree with that. You have to prepare for the unknown. Okay. So Martell and Mel meet up, and they're basically talking to their children about this whole divorce situation and the co-parenting. The kids are not having it. The kids are not having it. They are sitting down and they are letting the children pull out cards with questions, and they have to, answer them. Um, Mel asks her son, what would he like to see change? And he replies, he wants them back together so he won't cry anymore. I mean, listen, the kids are still young. They don't understand what's going on with mom and dad. All they know is mom and dad is apart, and it is new for them. They are not with that shit, and they would rather not split their time between their mom and their father. I completely understand that. And I think when those oldest two get to a certain age, and they start looking back on some of these episodes and looking on the YouTube and the internet and shit, they'll realize, well, mommy had a reason for leaving. This is why she left. When they get older, right now they don't understand all that. I will say this though. I will say this: if Martell and Melanie didn't do anything else, they raised the hell out them kids, or they raising the hell out their kids. Okay, them kids are so smart, they're so articulate, and they are able to express themselves still as a child, but on a level that most kids are not at their age. They have done a really good job with those children. But that son is that he ain't having it. Uh, Mel. So her oldest daughter asked Mel if she wanted to get remarried again. Mel says they're not thinking about that. She's not thinking about it. Right now she's just thinking on raising her children. Her oldest daughter says that she does not want a mom or stepmom or stepdad. As far as we know, old girl Coleslaw, she's not a stepmom yet. Okay, I don't think she'll ever be a stepmom. But like I said, this is all conversations that are needed. Like I said, they're kids. They don't understand what's going on between their mom and their dad. But when they get older, especially them little girls, they're gonna understand their mom's point of view and why they had to separate. Their oldest daughter said that she doesn't have friends that are divorced, and Mel was like, "Oh," but it's like once you'll get older, you'll find some people who you'll find some friends whose parents are divorced. Like when my parents divorced, majority of my friends, parents were divorced as well. So it's nothing new. I'm pretty sure once she'll get older, she'll come across some kids who are whose parents are divorced. So they ask, who is your crush? And Martell says, my kids are my crush, right? And Boss Baby said, because I saw you in the hotel. And Martell's like, Melanie, like, what happened? And so Boss Baby said, Mommy, don't tell him, don't tell him. Here's what I think. Here's what I think, and I want you guys to kind of tell me what you think in the comments, right? I think one of them nights when Melody was having, her reels were spinning in her head. She like, that motherfucker ain't that. He out there doing some shit he ain't got no business doing. She took them babies in the car, or she took that one child in the car with her, and then went to go drive over there and saw Martell go to a hotel with that girl. I think either that's what it is, or the picture circulating of Coleslaw and Martell in that hotel room. I don't know how. Maybe Melanie was looking at it one day. Boss Baby was sitting next to her and said, "Oh, look, that's Daddy," and maybe that. But I don't know. And if that's the case, well then, Melanie, you ain't shit for that. I just want to let you know that. So, okay, so Melanie asked Martell when is he having a conversation with the kids about the sibling. He keeps saying soon, but honestly, I think he needs to have it sooner or later, because them kids is old enough to the age where they can go on Instagram, they can go on YouTube, and this is the exact same thing that Melanie was saying. They can go on YouTube and they can Google Martell Holt and find Ariane Curry, baby, and all kind of other shit on YouTube. So you need to tell them soon before they hear it out on the street. Okay, then we bring up Chris in the business meeting. This is where I get frustrated with Melody. It's because why are we having a conversation about Chris? We just had a conversation about the kids. Let's just keep it on the kids right now. Why do we have to bring this up? Because when we bring this up, it turns into an argument. You already don't like the fact that when I bring up that you don't build nothing or whatever the fuck he be saying. You already don't like that. So like, why are we bringing up Chris? I just thought that was silly. So Tish meets up with Marceau. He lets her know that Uncle Mike is fired, but that the company, whoever, I don't know who it was, needs another chance. Marceau seems like he does a whole lot of talking, and he does a whole lot of speaking in riddles, and instead of just speaking directly to the issue and getting to the point, that he just don't want to admit that he fucked up by hiring Uncle Mike, what his name is. Oh yeah, Uncle Mike. He don't want to admit that he fucked up, so he's just talking around in circles or whatever. So basically, they are talking about doing Scott Manor from scratch and putting out a whole bunch of money or whatever the case may be. Disha and Marceau have a foundation, and they're going to have an event for the foundation. The foundation is to help small businesses in Huntsville. I think that's great. That's what Huntsville needs. That city is up and coming. In the next 10 years, Huntsville gonna be popping. Okay. And I'm from Huntsville, Alabama. So watch out for that. Tish asks Marceau how he's feeling, and he says he feels disconnected. He starts listing all the things that they did in 2020. Building Scott Manor, opening up 2 restaurants, owning an apartment somewhere. So he said he feels like everything, a lot is happening in 2020, and he's just going with the motions, right? So then Tish says that they are both holding stuff in, and Marceau says when he has a bad day, it doesn't last the next day. Which, again, it doesn't make sense. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean that you have a bad day and it don't last the second day? Like, motherfucker, you just said that you've been depressed for a year. That's 365 days you've been disconnected, that you've had bad days, sir. Like, what are you talking? See, this is what I don't be understanding. This is why I kind of want to say that his "I'm depressed" is bullshit, right? I kind of want to say that because there's no way you're saying I have a bad day, but then it don't last the next day when you've been depressed for over a year, sir. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. So she basically says, so Tish starts telling Marceau about her therapy session, and she basically says that Dr. Francis, and he basically says that Dr. Francis is wrong. He's basically saying that Tish came out more confused than what she already was. She starts saying, she starts listing that Dr. Francis told her to focus on things outside of being a mother and being a wife. What makes you happy? And then Marceau replies, well, maybe you're just more than a wife and a mother. Maybe you're a real estate developer. Maybe you are a entrepreneur. Maybe you're an inspiration. Maybe you're a great mother or a great wife. And it's like, yes, she is all those things. But is that really what she wanted to do? Or did you bully her into doing those things? Because we know you bullied her into becoming a mother and becoming so dependent on you. Well, not bullied, becoming a mother, because it takes two, right? But we know you kind of bullied her into becoming so ingrained with you. You know what I'm saying? Just become so dependent on you, right? So I'm not really understanding, like, maybe that's not what she wanted for her life. Like, why don't you ask her, like, what did you really want to be? That would have been a good question to ask. What did you really want to be? And if she answers that, maybe you then can help her achieve those goals that she had for herself outside of being a mother and a wife. Because like Dr. Francis had told Tish, he only wants to be dependent on you because it's harder for you to leave him. See, that's why at the beginning of this show, season 1, he didn't want her to go nowhere. He didn't want her to go nowhere because he out here doing something he ain't supposed to be doing. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. And number 2, if she do find out he doing something he ain't doing, it's going to be hard for her to leave, because then where's she going to go? She ain't got nothing. She ain't got no house. Okay. She can't put shit on no resume because she'll be out of the workforce for so long. So Marceau, I really want for Tish to be, I want her to watch this and see what he's trying to do. And I think she's starting to get it as the seasons are going, especially when it comes to her and Kimmy. But so Marceau says if he was able to hide 2 children for himself, I'm sorry, if he was able to hide 2 children from Tish, that he deserves his credit. That's nothing to be proud of. The fact that you were just a lying, deceitful, cheating ass, is nothing to be proud of. And then here go Tish. Well, I know you're telling the truth, babe. I hope you know for sure. Okay, because I hope you know for sure. Okay, because I'm just saying. Okay, so Tiffany and her husband are having their first, wedding anniversary at a football field. I'm hearing that the Scots 2.0 won. Destiny showed up late. She looked really, really cute. Okay. So they all go inside, and Tisha and Marceau are getting ready for the Destiny race, right? Then they're all sitting around. It's Mel, Martell, Destiny, Kimmy and Maurice, and Lou and Tiffany, and they're talking about love and the anniversary and things of that nature. And then here come Melody. Well, it would have been 13 years that me and Martell would have celebrated. However, things didn't go quite like that because he cheated. Why are we talking about this? Like, it's like, why? It's like, damn, can someone else get some type of shine? Like, fuck. Like, every time we come around, y'all, it's always about y'all and y'all's issues and everything. Like, why can't you just let Lou and Tiffany have a moment? Why couldn't y'all let Tish and Marceau celebrate their anniversary, even though it was some bullshit? Like, why do you have to bring up your shit? And then, of course, because Martell is equally petty and equally childish, he just starts lying and basically says, I divorced Melody first. Like Kim and Kanye, when Kanye let Kim file for divorce to save face, what the fuck does she have to save face for? You cheated. Like, what does she have to save face for? You were the one who cheated. So whether she filed for divorce or you filed for divorce, you're doing her the favor. She's the one getting her piece. You're not. You're still suffering from your divorce, sir. Your credit is bad. You can't get no job. You up here asking everybody who got a builder's license to help you out. Like, you're the one still suffering. And plus, you're the one who's going to have to tell these children that you have another child. So I'm not understanding what it is that she needs to save face for. Like, what? So he says that here she goes, roll the tape back from season 1. Roll the tape back from season 1. And so then, they roll it back and they're having a back and forth. He first asks her, are you going to divorce me? He says, no, I might get a divorce from, the way you talking. So then she goes and admits, yes, he has mentioned divorce, but I am the one who filed for divorce. So like most married couples do who are in conflict, who are on the breaking point, one says, I'm filing divorce. Well, I'm going to file divorce too. Like, Martell, she filed for divorce, sir. She did. And it's like, what are we talking about? And then Lou jumps in. He's trying to calm the situation down. He's saying, we can't control what they do. And then Martell replies, she can't control what I do. She can't say what she want to say, and then I'm not supposed to respond. I agree with that. I agree. Like, we can't, if you say something to me, I should be able to say it back. However, Martell's point comes from a chauvinistic place, right? Because in the confessionals, he's saying we just can't allow women to say whatever they want and allow women to talk to a man any kind of way. Bitch, excuse me, you are the most disrespectful motherfucker on this damn show, okay? You have been talking to Melody any kind of way and treating her any kind of way. So I feel like she can talk to you any kind of way since you've been disrespectful to her and said and done all this stuff and had a baby on her, sir. So it's like, no, I get what you're saying, and I feel like if someone say something to you, you can say something back. But however, like, it ain't no stay in no place. Ain't no place for me to stay in. Whatever place I choose to be is the place that I'm going to stay in. You ain't gonna tell me where I'm supposed to be. Stay in your place, bitch, please. So the guys go outside. Marceau then comes back. Marceau and Tisha comes back, and they notice that the females are there and the men are outside. So then Marceau goes out there with the men. And then Tish and Kimmy have a little back and forth, right? So Tish says that she sent a group text message to all the ladies or everyone, and only Destiny and Melanie didn't respond. Tiffany and Kimmy did not respond to the message, right? So then Kimmy goes, well, I didn't need that. I didn't like that. Okay. And then she says in her confessionals, I feel like it was intentional, which I'm thinking she says if Tish had sent her and Maurice a group text message, then, they wouldn't be inclined to deny I don't know what she meant. I'm making up stuff right now because I really don't know how was it intentional. Like, I don't see that. I don't know why. Maybe because, you're less likely to say no, but then you're saying that you're going to donate anyway, and she knows you're going to donate anyway. And it was for sponsorships, I think she said. So I really wasn't understanding Kimmy's point. I wasn't understanding because she keeps saying that you're not a big caller. So then what's wrong with the fucking text message? Like, I don't understand that. Like, I didn't get it. You're not a big caller, but you have an issue with a text message. And if that's the case, then why didn't you send Tish a separate text message saying that you accept the offer, or you're acknowledging the fact that she sent you a text message? And I was with Tish up until that one point I'm gonna get to, but I was with Tish. Why do I always have to keep calling you? I get that you're not a big caller, but why am I the one always calling you? Why don't you call me sometimes? Oh, because you're not a big caller? Well, there's a problem, because I'm the only one putting in the effort in the friendship. And then Kimmy goes, well, it's me, you not calling me or me not calling you it only becomes an issue when you're mad at me. No, the issue is I'm always calling you and you never return the favor. So it feels like I'm always putting in the effort. That's what it seems like to me. And Kimmy really didn't have a good reason to me. Oh, I just didn't need that. Okay, well, what did you need? And did you communicate that with Tish? Oh, you didn't? Because that's what Melanie was saying. See, communication is the key. So first, you didn't communicate with me that you didn't like the group text message. Obviously, I don't know that you're not a big caller because I'm the one always calling you. But now, since I've decided to, I'm going to treat people the way they treat me, I'm not going to call you, but I'll send you a text message. And if you're not a big caller, then what's wrong with a text message? I don't, please, someone down in the comments, tell me what y'all thought about that, because I didn't understand that. So I was with Tish up until this point. She brings up, well, you're a big planner and you don't invite me to nothing. Okay, Kimmy's like, well, what did I not invite you to? I'm not going to say it. I'm like, now, Tish. Bitch, I was right. I was with you, okay? This is how you lose me, because, bitch, I was with you, okay? I was with you up until that point, okay? And I think at this point, she was being petty and childish because she got other people asking her, what it is. I think she was frustrated at that point, and I think Tish really feels like people are walking over her. But she needs to know how to deal with that, because that whole Martell approach to shit is not, it makes you look even more childish, okay? Because I was with you. You had a point. I would have been with Tish if she just said, listen, from here on out, if you don't call me, I'm not calling you. But if I need you, I will send you a text, and that's it. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. This friendship is very much so one-sided. I can't be doing all the calling. You're going to have to call me sometimes. And if not, then we just won't be calling each other. But I can text you, since you would prefer that over a damn call and you're not a big caller. So I would have preferred for Tish to do it that way, to go that route, than to be childish and be like, yeah, you don't invite me to nothing. I'm just like, and now you done gave Kimmy ammo to be like, it's you, and it's in that situation, you had a point. You had a point. But that's my review on Love and Marriage Huntsville. It was a cute episode. I was watching Tisha's live, and she was basically saying that it's like 8 more episodes. Girl. Okay. Okay. Look out for my Real Housewives of Potomac review. I'm going to put up Insecure tomorrow. I still have to finish watching it and finish my notes on it. But that's it, you guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time.